Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to our podcast. This is In Good Company, also known as En Buena Compañía. My name is Isis.
This is Shanti, and this is our beautiful friend Naty.
Naty.
She's our first official guest.
Our first ever guest. Hey, Evelyn cannot be here. She's still living her best life in New York.
Period,
Shout out
Evelyn.
to In Good Company, Evelyn. Hey.
Yes.
But we wanted to bring a very special person to our episode. We feel like, our first one, we got to think about who's one of our good friends who'll be supporting us. And you know what? You got to support the people that support you. So thank you so much for being our first official guest.
It means a lot that you guys thought of me being like the first guest.
Yeah.
It means a lot. It means a lot. Honestly, I'm glad you guys asked me first. Like, I honestly didn't think you guys would ask me first. Or at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did you think we were going to ask first?
Probably Marisol.
Marisol?
Probably Marisol.
Hey, she's
Not
gonna be
me,
a
huh?
boss.
Not me just asking, so who'd you think?
Hey, Marisol's gonna be a trip.
Yeah. Hey, y'all stay tuned for Marisol, though.
Hey, shout out to Marisol. Hey, that's our girl, period.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys, why was I the first?
It was honestly because, I don't know, from everyone, not only do you support us, but you're also admirable. I just feel like there's so many qualities that I look in you and I'm just like, wow, that's a woman right there. She used that such a good example in so many different ways, as a friend, as a mom, as a person. I'm just I always have nothing but great things to say about you. So I feel like Isis and I share that in common. We always talk highly about you. So we were just all right.
It just made sense. Hey,
it
and
made
Evelyn
sense.
too. Evelyn too. Evelyn too.
Yeah.
So
Evelyn too.
Bitch, that's what we wanted you here. Yeah, and at the end of the day, I feel like you need people that support you. You gotta support them back. You feel me?
Yeah,
a lot of
show
people.
love.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people genuinely want to see what other people are doing, but they're not clapping for other people. They feel threatened or they feel it's a competition when it's just why can't you just be happy for somebody else? Their success is their own. You feel me? And even right, this is just our podcast, but just in general, I feel like you as a person, I'm not just talking about our podcast. I'm talking about as a friend, as a friend, it's just I feel just as happy for you as I feel you feel happy for me.
Yeah.
I do, yeah.
It just feels genuine. It just feels like we really on the same team,
Bitch, period. Yeah. I don't get you guys are my tight knit friends, you, Isis, Marisol, Evelyn, it's just you guys are the only friends I need for real. I don't need anybody else.
No, for real. And I feel blessed. Honestly, I feel blessed too. I think about it and I'm we're not a lot, but it's
we're a lot.
We're a lot. We're a lot. We are a lot. We are a lot. We are
Figuratively and literally.
Yeah, we are a lot.
Metaphorically.
But it's just we all have different personalities, but we're all the same at the same time. It's so funny. Some of us are more chill than others, and but when we're together, it's you can hear us from outside, to a block away. You can hear us. It's so funny. Literally, we can just be our authentic selves. There ain't no fronting. There ain't no oh, I'm gonna act this. No, it's just us being our goofy, loud, obnoxious selves together.
Yeah, and people we attract people that are the same.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel a lot of people that we surround ourselves.
I feel wherever we go, we meet awesome people and their energy, we just attract them, they attract us.
Hey, if that's how we met you, shout out to you.
If you know, if you be at raves.
Hey, if you be outside, hang outside. Nah, for real. So how have the last couple of weeks been for you guys? Emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. How the hell have you guys been feeling the last few weeks?
Exhausted.
Same.
I've been exhausted, just with everything. With my job, it's been really stressful. Being a single mom is very stressful, but I'm just taking it day by day. I find time for myself. I find time for things that make me happy, my friends, my kid. You just gotta roll with it. I deal with it the best I can. I just do things that make me happy.
Yeah. And that's all you can do is just be proud of the little things you do every fucking day. Because, I wouldn't say I'm depressed, but I do feel depressed sometimes, And I feel like the pandemic started this, I didn't really feel like this. And then once the pandemic started, my mental health started going down. And I know it started going down because I didn't like to do the things anymore that I used to like to do. You know, like go out and be active and be social. And now I became like awkward sometimes. And that's not me. Like I've always felt very comfortable.
That's so true.
And now I encounter people and I like catch myself in these weird, cringy, awkward situations. And I feel like, oh my God, like this is so embarrassing. Like, and then it makes it even worse when you go through situations like that because then you become less confident socially. And I've always been such a social person, so it's kind of like I like beat myself up. Yeah, it's like what's up with me? Like
so it really fucks with you because it's like this ain't me.
Yes, this ain't me. Like I used to love talking to people, even customer service. I was always very social, like very like welcoming and patient, and I would do all kinds of people. Like people call me a bitch.
And you would still be nice to them?
I'll be like, have a nice day. And they'll get more mad. They'll be like, fuck you, bitch. They'll say it again. And I'm like smiling. Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not going to let you ruin my day. Like, I just felt like I was very, like, willful. Like, I just felt like I was very, I guess, strong in a way. Like, it took a lot for something to break me. And then once the pandemic happened, it was just, like, little by little, like, and it's not only the pandemic, like things throughout the pandemic personally happened, and it was just like chipping me off. And now I'm just like, shit, you know, like I just lost myself in a way, and I'm trying to find myself. I guess that's where I'm at right now.
Damn.
What about you, B?
Whoa.
Now back to you.
Hey, when I was still taking it. Oh, yeah, he didn't really get to hear. Well, me, I feel like I have been really stressed a little bit, but I feel like I've been like very happy professionally. I feel like my job, I've been traveling a lot. For personal, I've been traveling a lot. I feel like this whole month, I've literally been home a week and a half. Like about a week
you've been living your life.
Yeah, so I feel like my job has really like awarded me really cool opportunities. But, and you know what, it was so crazy, like on my flight back to, on my flight to DC, I was supposed to like stay on my flight, not get off if you're flying Southwest. Sometimes you make like a pit stop, but you don't have to actually get off the flight. But very last minute, they're like, you know what, we're gonna do a switch. Everyone in this flight go to the other flight. So like 5 people get up and they go to like the other flight. And like I was supposed to be in line, but then I had ordered a smoothie and I totally forgot the smoothie at the counter because I was rushing. So I went back and I was like you know, pacing real fast to get to the front of the line again. And then this man like rushes in like right ahead of me, like, oh, your name. And he's like, you know, he says his name. He's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Professor blah? I'm like, no way. I'm like, oh, you know, I'm Isis. Like, I was one of your like students. And he's like, oh, yeah. You? Yes, he remembered. That man is like in his years. He's been married. He's been teaching 59 years. Okay.
I saw the picture.
He's older, and he was like, yeah, I remember you came and you knocked on my door. He's like, and I remember you went to the governor's office. I'm like, that's true. Why did I go to the governor? But I worked in one of the agencies for the under his branch, you know. But and he was like, yeah, I remember you came. He's like, you know, I just got to thank him. I just felt like it was so crazy. Like I felt like this like pink, yellow, like fuzz around my heart. Like it was just like this glowy kind of feeling. I don't know how to explain. Like I just felt like a glow in my heart. Like my chest was like radiating like the like sun or whatever. Like I just felt like I can't believe I would meet my professor from the university that helped change the trajectory of my professional career on a flight to DC for work. I feel like that was just so crazy. I feel like that was like God, like the universe showing me the sign, like, you know what? You might not know exactly where you're going, where you're headed, but like you're on the right direction. You know, because
it's like a reminder.
That was like a clear reminder.
Clear reminder. Like I just felt like.
Did you feel like you needed that? Like you needed that reminder?
I feel like you know, although I feel proud of where I've been, you know, coming from my background, it just felt awesome to get to thank him, because I feel like, you know, there's not a lot of white older men who are going to be in these spaces, and like, you know, going to the university I went to was super diverse. Like, I feel like I went to a really diverse university. So, like, having the opportunity to, like, thank this man who's not only helped change the trajectory of my professional life and my livelihood, right? Like, I have a quality of life that, like, that's thanks to my job. And so it's, like, he's also done this for so many other, like, people of color, young kids of color who didn't have access or opportunities to these doors that otherwise would have not been available to them. So it's, like, I feel like I just felt, I just feel like I got to like tell him like thank you to me and everything. He's just like, I was like, I wouldn't be here for you. He's like, I don't believe that. He's like, there's not a lot of students that just come and knock on the door and like ask or look for opportunities. He's like, you were gonna be here regardless. So I felt like
I was gonna tell you when you were saying thankful for your job, I was like, bitch, yes, but also, bitch, you made good choices in life. Like you gotta give yourself credit. Yeah, and you gotta ground yourself sometimes and appreciate and you gotta look back and be like, damn. Like, I've came from a long way, you know?
Yeah, bitch, and you're 26. Like, you're
still
very young. And I feel like ever since high school, you've always been, like, you know what you want and you're set on it,
very
and
ambitious.
You're dedicated. Like, you don't let anybody or anything distract you. Like, you're so set and you're so confident in who you are. And I love that.
I feel like, you know what? When I was in my third year of college, I was not, bro. My second year of college, no. My first year, right? I went to my first year. I thought I was going to be an anesthesiologist, bro, since I was like 11. I was going to be an anesthesiologist. I saw Dr. 90210 and I saw them cutting
that's
up bitches.
That's still an ambitious, like, goal, though. Like, that's still, like...
Yeah, I guess, that's true. I feel like, I've always been determined that I was going to do something because I feel like when you come from a single-parent house and you see your mom constantly work, like, so many jobs, you see, like, life is hard.
Yeah.
You see, like, I feel like although I never felt like I had to, like, I struggled, I feel like my mom did a really good job of, like, providing everything that I've ever needed. But I understand the concept of like, oh, I might not have those things, but I never thought like, well, I was less than. I just didn't have like the iPads, the fucking DSs, all those shit. But I feel like
it didn't affect you personally.
Yeah, I still look good. You know, I still dress good. I always had a house. I had a lot.
Yeah.
You know, so I just feel like, bitch, like I just felt determined that I was gonna be able to sustain myself independently, like regardless of my situation. Fortunately, I'm married, but you know, I always wanted to be in a place where like I got me no matter what.
But have you guys seen that TikTok trend about the girl math and the boy math?
Oh my god.
Men should just mind their business, honestly.
They should shut the fuck up.
Really, because bitch, they're getting dragged. Like I be choking every time I read some. Like I'm like, I cannot believe it.
What's the funniest ones you guys have seen?
Ooh, the funniest one I saw is like, boy math is telling a girl that you don't believe in abortion, having unprotected sex, telling her that she shouldn't abort the kid, and then when the baby's born, you're not even in the parent's life. I mean, the kid's life. I'm like,
that sounded very specific.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, when I saw that one, I was like, boy math is not believing in abortion and getting a bitch pregnant and then not wanting to be in the kid's life. Like, and girl math is just like, I'm gonna buy this sweater. It's like $50, but it was originally like $79, and like I have $20 cash, so like it's $30. Like I got this $79 sweater for $30. Like it's a steal. Like yes,
I didn't spend anything.
Yeah, basically it was almost free. It was like 33, like 60% off. You know.
Yeah, I love girl math because it makes me happy. I really do be delulu. Thinking I'm saving all this money.
Someone sends you 80, like, okay, I just got $80 free.
No, for real.
That means I got this $80 thing for free.
Bro, I be finding money in the pockets. I'm like, ooh, I'm getting free weed, bitch. Free weed. I be really thinking that, like, free weed. I'm like, she's no way.
Weird. She's like, hey, lunch on me. Lunch on me.
I'm like, where are we going?
Hey, it really be
on this money.
Why does it feel like that? I feel like for me, as soon as the money's gone out of my account, I always think like, that's it. It's not going to stay there. Like, even if you cover for someone, you know, and it's just like, they do pay you back, it's just still like, that money's already gone. Because I already did the calculations without it in my bank account. Like, it's gone. When I get that, it's free money.
Yeah, I feel like when you lend people money, you kind of do have to mentally prepare yourself to accept the reality if they do or they don't, you know, if they pay you back.
What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about, like, people owing you money, or like are you the type of person to be like, hey, can you pay me back, or are you guys more quiet?
For me, it depends on the situation. Like, if it was really expensive, like a lot of money, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let that go. Like, I am gonna be like a cop and at your fucking door, like, what the fuck, you know? Like, that's my money. But if it's like 100 and less, like, depends the situation, you know? It depends on the person, depends what my relationship is with them, like, it depends a lot of specifics. But I really try not to stress about it, because sometimes people remember later and they'll pay me back and I needed that money. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, oh, thank God, because okay, I needed it for gas real quick, you know? So like, I do believe in karma. Like, I just feel like it's gonna come around. Like I said, only 100 less. Once it's like a lot of money, I will probably be at your door and be like, what the fuck, what's up?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. Like if it's, I'll remind them like once if it's like for little shit. But after that one time, if they're like, oh, I got you later, and I'm like, all right, like if they don't pay me back, they don't pay me back. Yeah. For big things, definitely. Like you don't want to get played. Like in this economy,
in this economy,
with like, the inflation, bro,
a gallon's almost $10. Like, be for real.
Oh, like I need my money.
Bitch, stop.
Bitch, that scared you so much.
Stop.
Bitch, it's okay. It's
stop.
Okay.
Wait, let's get dish
Give me
soap.
napkin.
Dish soap. And just press, dish right? Soap? I feel like if we get dish soap, right?
Bitch, it's okay. We have a shampooer.
Do you for real?
Yeah,
no,
bitch.
I can't believe I would do
and
this.
They say baking soda and vinegar takes off stains, and I have both. You're okay, bitch. Yeah. And we're trying to return this couch.
It's not like super.
It's from Costco.
Oh, you're gonna return this one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was a new one.
Bitch, it is a new one, but Tony doesn't like it.
He doesn't like it?
No, bitch. He thinks it's uncomfortable, which I agree, but I just like how you can like change it. Yeah, like you can change it.
Bitch, you can return like used up Christmas trees at Costco.
You can return anything. That's what I'm saying, bitch. Don't trip.
Like if it's food and it's open, like they'll give you your money back.
Bitch,
that's crazy to me.
My sister bought a $3,000 like coffee making like cappuccino maker and returned that shit like 3 years later, and they gave her all $3,000 back.
Did she have the receipt and everything?
Well, they have everything because like in their
system.
Did
she pay with the credit card?
Need the receipt?
Well, yeah, you don't need a receipt because every single purchase you've ever made at Costco, it's like on Costco. So you don't even need the receipt.
I love Costco. Like they be taking all my money.
Bro, 7 things at Costco be costing you $300 though.
That's why you gotta go with people. Hey, y'all done to go and
and
then hey, we get the
both
split it.
Yeah,
that's not a bad
like
idea.
the bread.
Costco and Sam's Club, but I like Costco better.
Really?
Yeah, Sam's Club.
Yeah.
Whoa, Sam's Club. You had this one mirror that I really wanted so bad, but I'm just obsessed with mirrors. It just happened like years ago, and I don't need any more mirrors in my house. Bro, I have this big ass mirror. Bro, I had that big ass mirror that I don't even know what to do.
What about in your dining area? Not like a long one, maybe like a short one.
Bitch, you think I need another mirror? I have a huge ass. I have one mirror that's literally 5'7",
it's like the whole wall.
And my house is like 7 feet high.
You can see her entire house through that mirror, like literally the entire living room.
You can see the whole neighborhood.
Pictures.
Yeah, it's a
Once my living room was decorated cute, then we're gonna take cute pictures. But now I hate.
Selfies. I have a bunch of selfies.
Really, I hate taking pictures. I've never taken a picture and posted it on that mirror. I want my living room to be like moody, like a lounge, and I want my dining area to be more like fun, playful. Like this is like where all the pictures are gonna be. Like my lounge, my living room. It's not gonna have like pictures of people. It's just gonna be art,
like low lights, like a good comfy vibe.
Yeah, like I don't want it to be like you come in and is that your dog like when you were 11? No, that's for my dining table when you're sitting down and like, oh my god, what is that? Like something conversation. Sometimes you want to have more converse when you're like eating with people. Yeah. And I feel like when you're sitting down in the living room, sometimes you just want to chill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. Your living room is
that already.
Yeah, it's cozy.
All, like the other stuff's gonna be like extra chill.
And we are always in the dining room. That's true. Like when we're talking. Bitch, we don't really talk in the living room, huh? We knock out.
That's what I'm saying.
We're señoras for real. En la mesa.
Don't get us comfy.
Cafecito con
Un cafecito.
Vino y hachitos.
And your charcuterie board.
Ooh.
Hey, the queen right here.
If you not have had a little bit of my charcuterie, charcuterie, let me know.
Charcuterie.
Now that we're getting older, like we enjoy little moments, like just sitting down, just conversating, like sitting down watching YouTube concerts or music videos. Like we just
enjoy each other's company.
Enjoy the little things.
It's fun. I feel like it really is fun. Like
I do that now, like just rewatching. Like I'm watching Jersey Shore right now. Just rewatching it, like my comfort show with my wine, like smoking and shit. So it's like little things like that.
How do you feel watching that show now that you're like older? Because I know it came out when we were little.
I feel like when we were little, it was so funny. Like, all this shit coming out there was just, like, dumb. And it was just, like, it was stupid. You didn't take it serious. But now that you're older and, like, you've gone through shit and you see, like, Sam and Ronnie fighting.
Yeah.
Like, that was literally abuse.
That was.
Physical and mental abuse. Like, the way they were fighting. They were so
they're
toxic.
both very toxic.
Yeah.
I have to say.
That's so bad.
Bro. And I have to say, she's back. I feel like I have to respect her for leaving and really not coming back. Like she wasn't like Angelina, even though whatever she comes back, people don't like her for that. But Sammi left, and everyone still talked about Sammi, even though she was only there those 2 seasons, she left and people still brought up Sammi Sweetheart. Like,
yeah, they had to figure Ronnie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And even Angelina, like, she's come back and people like don't really associate her that much with Jersey Shore, and she's come back since she left.
Yeah, they even had a doll, I think. They had a fake doll, and then they every episode they'll be like, oh hey look, it's Sammi, like joke around every episode, like oh she's here, and they even said it's crazy, like wow, I can't believe she's back, like she's really here, like we would joke about it, and she's really here. They probably manifested that shit. Now I think about it, huh?
Yeah, all the times they were joking about
had
her.
a whole doll of her.
But she only came back because Ronnie's gone.
Oh yeah, why did Ronnie leave because of that, or?
Ronnie left because he had issues. Like I think
he went to like fucking jail. I think he got something like that. I don't know. He had a domestic violence case against his girlfriend. Him and his girlfriend. There's domestic violence between both of them. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was like heavy on drinking, and I think he was like on drugs too. So he went to rehab. So he left to like get himself together, and that's when she came back.
Yeah,
that's kind of crazy if you think about it though. Like, she's back now that he's gone. What if he comes back? What if he decides to come back? But I feel like I respect her for putting her piece before like fame and
money. I feel like honestly the cast and like even the producers, I feel like they respect her and they're like, no, we're not gonna do that. Because honestly, a relationship that's traumatic, like you get PTSD for real. Yeah. Like, I'm sure she went through a lot, so she's like, nah. She has her man. She's happy. She's gonna keep her peace. Yeah.
And plus, like it was on TV. You know, like the whole world saw your shit. That's embarrassing. Like,
yes, we all just sat there and like laughed and like.
Bro, we literally saw Ron cheating on her on TV.
Yes.
I never understood why she was mad.
The waitress, what do you say?
She's like motorboat or like something.
Motorboat. Last night at bed when Ron left.
Dude, but I don't know why was she
iconic.
Honestly, now that I rewatch it, I'm like, why were you mad at the girls? Like, why were you mad at Jenny? Like,
that's because you don't want to break up with your man, but you gotta find someone at fault. So you fault the bitches that let you know. That's like, I feel like most people are like that. Yeah. If your best friend catches your man doing some shit and they tell you, you're gonna either have to lose the friend or lose the man. Like, you know?
Yeah. I think you're also delulu when you're in love, though. You know, like you believe what they say. Because I think Ron lied to her and like was telling her something else, and then she finally found out it was like real. Like, no, he really did cheat on me, and then she went crazy on him. Like she was just like, yeah. But then she went back and she goes back and she goes back, and it's like, damn.
But how many times there's so many people that you're like, they're so stupid, and then you become stupid. You know, I feel like there's so many instances. Hey, not me. Y'all be lucky. Y'all be blessed. But I'm saying, like, I know so many people that they've dated people. You're like, there ain't shit, and you're like, why do you go back? It's just like
it's a mental thing.
It's a mental thing.
It's a mental thing. It's manipulation.
It is, especially when you're so young. Like you're young, you're dumb, you're naive, you haven't experienced the world. Like a lot of us women, we. You know what's funny is I was actually talking about this with my boyfriend. Because I was explaining to him that I noticed every girl goes through this, like, realization that men ain't shit, if that makes sense, at different times. And some women never go through that. Some women have men to the highest standards, and they never go through that. But some of them can go, like me, it was, like, more when I started dating. I learned the hard way. Like, I started realizing men ain't shit, you know? Like, I started going through life, and then I realized, oh no, like I'm not gonna put their wants over my wants. It's like you put yourself first and you go through this revolution of like self-love and appreciation, whatever. But some people go through it younger, or they go through it because of like a father figure left them, right? It's like they go through different things, and then that's when they realize at different ages, different stages. Yeah. And like I said, there's some women that learn quicker, there's some women that learn later, there's some women that never learn. They never understand why women see men as a certain way, you know? And it's honestly, once you start talking to women, that's another way, because you start seeing like, wait, hold up. Like I talk to all these women and they all have similar stories, similar situations. And you're just like, wow, like that's crazy. And that makes you not want to date men. I've seen women that observe and that gives them the ick. And they're like, nah, I don't want to do this. So everybody learns in different ways. That's why it's so important to talk to other women and like really get vulnerable, because you start to become more compassionate and understanding. You aren't so judgy. You're not so like, oh, like gonna put a woman down for being dumb, because you realize like we all go through that. We all go through those stages where we're naive and we just want to believe the good, and then we get shown and we're like, all right, I can't be a fool no more. You know, I can't be played no more.
Yeah, a boy, Matt.
I feel like I learned the hard way.
You do?
Damn. I feel like I learned the hard way. Like I like learned it really bad, especially because like I got pregnant from it. Like I had a baby. Like a whole kid is involved. So it's like, men really ain't shit. Like I don't care. You guys can keep that in. But like deadbeat dads. Like I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
I'm not sorry. Hell
no. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
It's just like I don't know. It's a lot. Like I'm still kind of going through it and like trying to like adjust, and I'm kind of just dealing with the cards that I was dealt with, unfortunately. But it's not the life that I envisioned for myself. But I'm glad it happened that way because it's helping me grow. It's helping me like become the woman that I am now. And honestly, I'm glad. Like I'm blessed for my kid. Like I'm so glad I have him. I feel like he was meant to be in my life around that time because who knows what else like.
To be honest, and I feel like you accomplished a lot, bitch. Like you literally are doing it all on your own, like 110% on your own, and you're living on your own. I don't give myself credit, so hearing that is like it reassures me because I don't tell myself that. No, but you should 100% be proud of yourself.
I'm just like, I gotta do it.
To you, it's like, oh, this is what I gotta do.
Mode. Yeah, it's just like this is my life. Like this is what I do. Is what I have to do. I love him. Like you know. Yeah. So it's like, don't sit back and be like, damn, I do this.
No, you should be proud of yourself.
The help of the other parent, you know.
Yeah, no, but people don't even have kids and are not even living on their own, paying all their own shit like you. It's and exhausting. You have someone else to take care of.
Yeah, it's exhausting. It's very exhausting and like mentally draining. But I'm proud of myself.
Like, yeah, you should be. You 100% should be. Like I'm telling you, there's people at your age or even older that still are not even there.
Like I have a good kid. Like I can say he's a good kid.
He is.
And he gets good grades.
He gets good grades.
He's really sweet.
Yeah, like he's the best. Like I couldn't have asked for a better kid. But yeah, it is. I went through a lot to get to this mental space though. Like,
Is it true when you first have kids, like you feel like you don't have any friends? Like when you first had your kid, you know how they say like, oh, I feel like I lost friends, like I was alone?
I did feel alone, yeah. But also, I was very depressed, too, so I kind of isolated myself. I was very ashamed, and I was kind of embarrassed when I found out. And, yeah, like, I don't know, I just dealt with it, you know?
Yeah. Damn. I remember you and a shout out to my homegirl, Sam. That's not what I call her, but, you know, shout out to Big.
And Tupac.
Big, yeah. Shout out to my homegirl Big. Shout out to my homegirl Big.
You call her Big, we call her Sam.
Exactly.
That's like something.
Yeah. So, you know, like, I feel like, do you think that helped make it a little bit easier that you had someone to relate to?
Yeah. Having my best friend we didn't plan it. Like, it just happened. It was
I muted the group chat, thank God.
It was not planned at all. Like, me and my best friend got pregnant around the same time. Her son is a month older than mine. So it's like, it was good to have that friend to like share our pregnancy together and
experience.
Like, talk about it. Like she understood what I was going through. Her situation is different, but still like it was good to go through that with her.
Yeah.
I feel like it brought us way closer.
I totally agree.
It still does to this day. Like our kids play sports together and we hang out all the time. So
yeah, and I think you need a village. Like you need people like to raise a kid. Like you cannot do it all on your own. Like I think that's what makes it hard. Like I don't think raising a kid is necessarily hard when you have a good support system. Yeah. But when you don't, like it is. Like I remember my aunt, she was telling me like, oh, like raising a kid wasn't hard. And then I was like, what? She's like, yeah, raising a kid wasn't hard. My mom agrees with her. And I'm like, what? Because I was saying about my dog, right? And I was saying how like people underestimate puppies. Like they're a lot, bitch. Like they poop everywhere, they bite everything. Like they're.
I want one.
And I'll say, Naty wanted one. Hey, this is your sign to not get a dog.
No, don't.
Dog so bad.
Get an older dog.
Suki.
Like they're like babies. Like you really got to put them in a crate because they will destroy things. They will do things.
Very high maintenance.
They are. They've like my dog Smokey would shit and piss on my couch. Like he would. Yes, like yes, like he has put me through stuff.
He tried to jump me when I walked in.
He's something else. He's something else. But he's like small but mighty, you know? Like it's funny.
Hey, I'm defending Smokey, all right? Hey.
But
it's true.
I love Smokey, but I'm gonna be real. But anyways, So I'm like venting about my dog, right? And then I'm like, you know, people don't like to compare pets to children, but sometimes I just feel like, I don't know, you know? And then that's when my tia and my mom made that comment, like, no, they think that that's probably harder than raising a kid. And even my uncle was like, okay, y'all need to be for real, you know? And my tia, like, admits it, and she's like, you know what? You know why, to me, it wasn't that hard? Because she had a lived-in nanny, and so did my mom. So,
What?
yes.
Nanny?
Bitch, I had a nanny growing up, and my mom went to work at 4 a.m. She would go to LA, because she went in at, like, 7 a.m. So she didn't have time to take us to school, dress us, and do all that, and feed us. I loved how real my tia was about it. Like how she was like, you know what, I'm gonna be honest, we had a fucking nanny. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't that hard. Because it's like when you have help, you get to have more free time with them mentally. Like, you know, you're not mentally drained. So you can now maybe play with them more and give them more attention and you know, not just waste all your energy on getting them ready, doing this, doing that, like doing the little things it's like, it can get exhausting sometimes, you know? And like I saw something that was like, you know, if you're a parent, you're gonna have to become a morning person. Like it's not up to you anymore. And I remember being a little kid and waking up my mom early as fuck every morning, and she would be upset, and I didn't understand because now that I'm an adult, I see it. I'm like, I mean, this woman wake up at 4 a.m. Monday through Friday, it's the weekend, and I'm over here trying to wake her up at 7 a.m. 7
a.m,
and
6 a.m.
Yeah, like I get it. I get why she was kind of like, oh hell no, like go back to bed.
When I'm hungover Saturday mornings, whoa.
No, hey,
I'm like, it's like 8 a.m. and he's like knocking on my door. I'm like, fuck. I'm like hungover. Heavy. Fucking the shivers. I get bad hangovers. I get nasty hangovers.
Bro. The older you get, the worse they get.
Damn.
I get a migraine. I like throw up. I'm like,
nah, bitch. Honestly, I feel like. Hey, whoa, let's be realistic.
Honestly, we've calmed down though. We need to give each other credit. We used to get lit every weekend.
Every weekend, like Friday and Saturday. Yeah, like do hella shit. And I feel like now, I'm not gonna lie, I could do that, but I don't want to do that anymore.
No, we're
actually, I don't know if I could do that every weekend like I used to.
No.
Yeah, every weekend.
No,
yeah,
I'm good.
I've never
That was a
been
phase.
That type of, I've never been that type. It's just when I do, I go out. Like I go all out. I drink a lot because I don't really get those nights out because I'm a mom. So it's like when I do, I want to
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, no.
I'm like regretting it.
Hey, you dance all night. You deserve
Mommy, can I
it.
have waffles? I'm like,
Like, let me go get these fucking Pop-Tarts in the fucking toaster.
for real, some fucking toaster strudels and shit.
Bitch, you gotta make it work.
Yeah.
Hell no. What do you think is like the hardest part of like being a parent, like, or being a single parent? Like
a single parent?
Do you feel like you feel guilty sometimes? I feel like my mom, like,
I do feel guilty.
Yeah.
Just cause like my work schedule, and then he's in school, and I want to make sure my kid is like exposed to. I don't want to shelter him, so I like putting him in like sports and after school stuff. So just trying to make time to like take him to those activities. And he was in karate. He played soccer. Right now he's in football. So it's like just trying to like time everything so he can like have his extracurricular stuff, but also by the time he has like time to be at home, I'm like tired. So it's like I can't really be present and be there when he's like ready to play. Like especially on the weekends. Like the weekend's the only time I rest, and he's home all day. So it's like just trying to find time to like take him out and interact with him and play with him. It's a lot. Like I do feel guilty, especially when I go out. I feel a little guilty.
Yeah. It sucks. And it sucks that it's understandable that you feel guilty, but at the same time, it's like you do so much. You do a 2-person's job, even plus that, because like I said, you need a village. So you deserve that break. You deserve to go out. Like,
because my mom helps me. She helps me take him to school and pick him up, but still, like, just doing things on my own after school, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the thing about mom guilt is just like, people, it's usually like, I want a break, and then they have the break, they feel bad that they're away from their kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's so crazy.
I think that's on society, though. I think society and their norms, because I don't feel like men feel like that,
They don't.
Like, there are certain men that do if they're really involved with their kid and they don't go out like that. But, yeah, like, men, I feel like they don't feel guilty, like, oh, my kid. But I noticed that, like, especially new moms, once they go out, they can't stop talking about their kid. They're already thinking about their kid. The minute they get a text that their kid is feeling fussy or they're crying, they already dip in the club. Like, they're like, I gotta go. Like, I've seen mothers in those situations. I've never seen a man do that. You know, I've never seen a man be like, oh shit, my kid, I gotta go. Like, unless it's like probably an emergency, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just an instinct. I think it's probably nature and it's social, right? Like, I think those two play a part in like the mom guilt.
Yeah.
We're naturally like nurturing.
This might be controversial, but do you think you should put your kid above you or you above your kid?
I've always put myself above my kid. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've always made sure I was mentally okay, and like, I'll sleep in. I don't know. Like, I'll sleep in while he's up. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay, he's cool. He has a TV. You know, but once I'm awake and I'm good, like, I'll spend time with him.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I just feel like as a mom, you need to prioritize yourself. You need to like take care of yourself and make time for yourself. And because if you're not good, your kid's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Your kid's gonna see you stressed, gonna see you crying, exhausted, like depressed, and it's like you need to make sure you're good to take care of them, take care of your kid.
Yeah,
1,000% agree. Because it's like the whole airplane thing, right? You got to put your mask on before you help anybody else, because you're not gonna help nobody by doing that. And even in life, like, you can't. When you're good in life, you're in the space and the position to help a lot of people. But like, if I ain't got no money, like, I ain't got no money to give you. You know, it's like the same thing with yourself. If I ain't got energy, if I ain't got, you know, self-love, like, I ain't got that to give you right now. You know, it's like you gotta put time to yourself and energize, and then you're ready to help people in a very genuine, wanting way. And I think that's hard to learn, like, especially as women, because we're so self-sacrificing that we're just like always trying to think of others. I feel like our generation of women, we're more about self-love and less about self-sacrificing, because we've seen a lot of women from previous generations where they give and they give and they give and they give and they give. I feel like they feel like unappreciated, taken advantage of, and I feel like that before. You know, in relationships, you as a woman, sometimes you naturally give so much and you want to do so much because it's in your heart and you want to. But then because of doing that, you get taken advantage of and you feel like shit and you feel little and you feel unappreciated and you feel all these ugly things, and it fucks with you. It fucks with your self-esteem. But sometimes that needs to happen for you to take a step back and be like, wait, hold the fuck up. Like, I do this, I do that. Like, what the fuck, I am worthy. Like, I am valuable. Like, I am this, I am that. This person just doesn't see it, you know? And that can be with anybody. That can be with your kids, right? That can be with your partner. That can be with your workplace where you do so much and they're not showing you appreciation. That can be with anything. But it's like, women are just known. Not that men don't do it, but I think we have that stereotype where women just naturally are givers and givers and givers and givers.
I also feel too, it's not that it's self-love before self-sacrificing. I just feel like this generation understands, like, you don't have to, like, absolutely give up your entire life to be a mom. Like, your life does not stop and end because you're a mom. Like, you're still a woman. Like, I could say, like, I saw my mom give up being a woman to be a mother, and I wish every day that she didn't. Although, you know, I do think that I'm probably a better daughter because she did give that up. You know, she sacrificed her whole life basically for her daughters. Now who does she have? She doesn't have companionship.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just like, now what? I'm married. I live my life. Like, almost all my sisters are out of the house. So it's just like her life stopped and ended with being, once she became a single mother. But it's just like, that's not fair to her, because I feel like my mom's also a person. She also deserves love. She deserves someone to be there for her. You know, she deserves to, like, have been able to continue her life, you know?
Yeah.
So I
That's
think this generation realizes that, like, if you don't put yourself first, you know, you're going to fall into those depressive episodes. You're going to isolate yourself. You're going to, you know, fall into meeting the same abusive, manipulative people that you've been trying to escape your whole life. You know, like, it's okay to prioritize yourself. And that doesn't mean you're negligent to your child. Yeah. You're just making sure you're okay first.
Yeah, it's about balance. It's not doing too much of the other. Like, yeah, if you do too much, like, self-love, and, you know, you don't make time for your kids, you don't make some sacrifices for your kids, that's not good, you know. But obviously it's just about having that balance of, hey, I'm going to take some me time, you know, so that I can give you some of my me time, you know. But it's hard. It's hard to balance that, especially if you're going through it mentally, because it's like other little battles that you're going through.
And everyone has different parenting style too. Like, I have a whole bunch of sisters, and aunts and cousins, and I could tell you I've seen the parents that sacrifice it all, and the parents who put themselves first too much. And the ones that I feel like maybe are just right, they still put themselves, and like they're like, man, I'm gonna do this. Like, you know, she'll be fine with her XYZ. So
Yeah.
you know what? It's whatever works for
I've
you.
never had an issue with my family taking my kid for the weekend.
Exactly.
Like, oh, you want to see him? Okay. All right, cool. I get some me time. I get to recharge and
Yeah.
my own time and
He's a
figure myself
family.
out. And I do things that make me happy.
Yeah.
The peace of mind that he's not there.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like
You
too,
need that.
he's with family. He's with people who actually love and care about him, and you know they're in good hands. Like,
Yes.
why would I be
You
worried?
need the trust.
You know?
Yeah. Definitely takes a village.
And it's a blessing to have that. It's a blessing to have like parents that want to take care of your kid or want to spend time. Because like I will say, I didn't really want kids until my man's family kind of showed me a different perspective. And that's when I learned about the whole like the village, because they have a village and they have a system and they have a lot of people, a lot of close family that would love to take care of the kids. And I think they opened my eyes to it. Like they made me realize like, no, it's not hard. It's just when you're doing it by yourself, it's hard. You know, when you're doing all the load, it's hard. It's a lot. But when you have people that are there that want to help you, want to take care of your kid, want to get to know them, like it's very like I don't know, like I just feel like wow, like you don't.
It makes it like more beautiful.
It makes it more beautiful and more like okay, I can do
Appealing.
this. Yeah, like okay, like I know I got them. You know,
they give you like a safety net, so
a
you feel
secureness.
reassurance
Yeah,
about like your parenting.
Yeah,
like, I'll be able to do it. I'm not doing it alone.
Yeah, because like my parents, they were kind of more isolated. Like my family always lived all the way in LA, and we lived over here by ourselves. So my mom only depended on the nanny, and like we didn't always like the nanny. You know, like we would complain about her all the time, and then she'll get a new one, and then a new one, and we just wouldn't like them. And honestly, they were mean. You know, they were. Like I don't recommend it, to be honest. Like I recommend family because just how like they're gonna have genuine intentions for your kid than like a nanny,
The love
you know?
is there, the care is
Yes,
there,
yes. Because like I've been spanked by nannies, and to be spanked by a stranger, that yeah. And I've told my mom, and she didn't believe me. She thought I was just being a brat. That just another nanny that I didn't like. So yeah, and it wasn't until recently, and I brought it up, and she realized like that was real. I wasn't just some little girl like being a brat. But that's what I mean. Like I feel like those experiences made me not want to have a kid because I saw my parents struggle, like to work as much as they did, to still make sure that we were going to school, to make sure that this, to that. Sometimes I even felt like a burden, you know, like I just felt like, fuck, like we're stressed to my parents. So I put that viewpoint on having kids, like, oh, they're stressful. Oh, no, they're this or they're that. But I will say, like, getting to see my man's family and the way they see children, the way they see, like, raising a kid and how they understand it takes a lot of people, I feel like that was, like, a different perspective. I was like, you know what? It's doable. It's there is beauty in it. You just need a support system.
Also from your friends too. I feel like even just having your friends there to support you and like to love your kid as like their own. Like, hey, you guys be seeing Zeke as like your nephew. So it's like having the right people around them, it really matters.
Hey, it takes a village, you know. So thank you guys for being our village and watching us and tuning in and supporting us. You know, drop us some comments. Let us know. You know, do you think it should be you over the child over you? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Let us know. Like, share, subscribe. Shout out to Naty once again for being our very first guest. Evelyn, we miss you. We appreciate you coming.
Guys. Appreciate you.
All right, bye.
Bye.